Okay, I will be here helping you on your English paper for UPSR. But before I start, I would like to ask you a question. Who here can speak very good English? Raise up your hand. Wow, most of you can speak English very good. Okay, another question. Who here can write a very good English essay? Do you face these problems? Lost in your ideas? Got blank? No ideas at all? Or you got lost in your track for your grammar? Or even exceeding the limit for your essay? It's okay. I will be here to help you, insyaAllah, to make sure your English essay will be a good one, insyaAllah. But before we start, let's all together recite Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Alright. First and foremost, today I will be focusing more on your section C, paper 2. Why? Because most of you have difficulties in answering this paper. So insyaAllah, I will be here to help you and assist in answering and as well as showing you tips to answer these questions. But before even writing an essay, what is the first thing that you must do before you answer it? Number one, yes, you must always read the instructions properly. Then only you can get the format correct, you can get the contents correct, and you can get the ideas for your essay, insyaAllah. So, today we are going to start together in discussing one example of exam paper here in front of me. So, hopefully you are ready? Alright, good. Okay, so what you can see here is an example paper for an essay for section C. So let's go through this paper and see what is the instruction. Okay, write a story based on the picture below. You see, picture. You may use the words given to help you. Your writing must be between 80 to 100 words. Okay, so the first tip, you must always read the instructions. So then only you can understand what you want, what the examiner wants in your essay. Okay, now going to tip number 2. You can see here the pictures. Okay, and as well as the notes here. Alright, so when you see the pictures as well as the notes, you make sure you read through all of the notes given. Okay, another tip that I want to share is you underline the words that you know the meaning. Meaning to say, not all the words you have to use. The words that you really know and you understand the meaning, then only you can use it, so you can use it proper, insyaAllah. Alright, so you can see here from the pictures is a boy with a man strangling him from the back, as well as he's been tied up. You can see here. Alright, so after you have gone through all the notes here, you have underlined. Okay, you can take any coloured pencil or highlighter. Just underline any words that you know the meaning. Okay, for example, stranger, you know the meaning of stranger. Kidnap, ask for directions. So when you do this using a coloured pencil or any type of pencil, you become more clear on what you really want to write. Alright, okay. So the second tip you have done. Coming to the very crucial part. Before you even start writing an essay, your SP table. Have you heard of what SP table before? I don't think so. It's okay. So here I'll be sharing you what is SP table. So for you to know, SP table is a table for you to actually keep track of your words, keep track of your grammar especially, and also so that you won't exceed your limits, your word limits especially. Okay, so how does this work? See, you can see here. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Alright. So SP table is basically a table where you can insert the subject. What is a subject? For those who forgot, Subject is the person who does a thing or does a verb or an action. Bear that in mind. You have to remember. Okay, and then you have the section for helping verb. Helping verb is a verb that is used to help your verbs here. Later I will show you how. Alright, and then the next one is verb, means the actions, as well as predicate. The predicate means things or noun that explain more on the subject. Okay, seeing it blank, you won't understand, right? Okay, so going through again your paper just now and using this. Okay, you can see here, for the first words here, you must always identify which one is the subject, which one is the verb. Okay, close up. Can you find or can you show me where is the verb? Very good, here. Alright, so drove is the past tense for drive. So always start your SP table by using the verb. Okay, so whenever you want to use the SP table, number 1 must always start with the verb. Okay, and then number 2, your subject, and then helping verb comes later, and then the third one must be predicate. Okay, so this one must be last one. Alright, so let's try together. Just now you saw the word drove. So where do you think it should be? Is it a subject? Is it helping verb? Verb or predicate? Yes, very good. You remember what I said just now. So yes, so drove must be here. So you write here the word drove. Okay, alright, so drove. To drive something, it must be done by someone or a subject, right? So now you can put in the subject. So who is driving the particular car here? You can write yourself based on the story or based on what the words are given. So inside here you can see, let's see. Oh, it's a stranger. Okay, so you can start here writing down who is the person or the subject. You can write here stranger. Okay, is it enough? I don't think so. Okay, so stranger drove what? So you have to have your predicate here to explain more what did the stranger do. So you can say stranger drove a car. Okay, don't forget your punctuations. So stranger drove a car. Is it enough? Is it correct in terms of your grammar? Let's read carefully again. Stranger drove a car. You're missing out your helping verbs. Okay, so stranger, what is the verb here we can use is was. Okay, are you sure? Stranger drove a car. That is why this table is helpful for you to ensure that your grammar will not be jumbled up. The tenses, the ing, everything. So let's try again. Stranger drove a car or stranger was driving a car. Yes, very good. So now you can see, you can just change your grammar here for the verb into driving. Okay, so you can see here, stranger was driving a car. Is it enough? Maybe you can add some more here in front here, which is your articles. So you can say, a stranger was driving a car. See? Now only you can construct a proper sentence using proper grammar. Okay, let's try another one from the words here for paragraph 2. Okay, you can see here, old house afraid prayed. Which one do you think is the verb? Very good, prayed. So let's try and using prayed in our SP table here. Alright, okay, let me use another colored pen. Okay, so just now it was prayed. From the picture, what can you see? Who do you think is the subject? Very good. It might be you yourself who've been kidnapped. So, you can be the subject also in this story. So, what can we use here as a subject? Yes, very good. I prayed. Prayed what? So to emphasize on your essay, you can add here in your predicate. So I prayed very. Any adjectives you can use, also you can use here. I prayed very hard. Means you are really praying very hard, so that someone might come and help you. So if you think that helping word is not needed, you don't have to include it. Alright, so basically yes, with using this SP table, I believe you can write proper. Your grammar will be sorted out properly, as well as your word limits, your ideas will be flow down very carefully, so you won't get lost in your ideas and your limits of your words will not exceed. Alright. So I believe also that if you do this, insyaAllah you can get a proper A for your essay, insyaAllah. Alright. Okay, but I still feel that some of you need some more tips on how to actually do your essay proper and get a proper marks for your English essay, especially your section C. No worries, I'm here to share you more tips. The more you watch my videos, the more I will give more videos on how, or tips on how to answer your English paper, insyaAllah. Alright, so today I'm going to add on some more tips which I have studied through and I have realized it is very helpful for everyone. Okay, the first tips that I can see most of your friends from P6 or your brothers and sisters is okay. Now, tip number 1, always avoid using contractions. I always get you guys writing contractions. What is contraction, Mrs. B? Alright, okay. So, contractions, okay, basically, for example, do you always do this in your essays? Yes. You might say it's short form. But in proper words, it's actually called contractions. So you can see here, such words are not allowed in a formal essay. What are the examples you do? For example, can't. Is also a big no-no, right? Okay, so what is the proper way to write don't and to write can't? Very good. So don't comes from the word do not. Okay, so do not. Okay, and can't comes from the word cannot. Okay, so always avoid using contractions whenever you write a formal essay. Okay, that's tip number 1. Okay, coming to tip number 2. Yes, this is another tip for you so that you won't get any troubles writing your essay, which is avoid always using really and a lot. Most of you always like to write really, a lot, really and a lot. Okay, for example, okay. Sorry. She really likes donuts. Okay, so there's no problem in using it actually, but you have to use words that can really construct your sentences to be a bit simplified. Okay, for example, she really likes donuts. Okay, you can say she loves donuts. So it gives the same meaning and it shortens your sentences. Then you won't have any problems at all in your word limit extension. See? As simple as that. So same goes for a lot. Avoid using too much really or too much a lot so that your word sentences will not exceed. Okay? Alright. Coming to your third tip. Okay, this I also can find in the essays of most of your friends. Okay. Here you are. There is and there are. Another tip for you is avoid using there is and there are. Okay, for example, you can write here, which you always write. Okay. There are many students like to read. Okay, so there are many students like to read. So how do you simplify your words? Okay, so you must again cut out there are, okay, and just write many students like to read. Many is also showing that the quantity is there. So you don't need to say that there are many students like to read. So many students like to read. Simple as that. So when you do this, again, it will make your essay more complex and more what you say, not exceeding the word limit, insyaAllah. Alright, so again, the third tip, don't use there is and there are too much in your essays. Okay, ready for the next one? We have two more. Okay, coming to the fourth tip. Okay, so for the fourth tip, always use active voice rather than passive voice. How do you know it's active? How do you know it's passive? Alright, so basically, if it's a passive voice, it comes with the subject first. The object comes in first. For example, hospital Klang was built by, Dr. David, for example. Okay, so when you want to write, always use, or in terms of here and there, sometimes you can use active voice. Okay, how do you use it? By using the subject. Yes, you put the subject first in front so that the object will follow at the back. Okay, for example, Dr. David built hospital Kajang. See the differences? Yes. So words can be deducted or can be erased from your part here, from the passive voice, when you use active voice. So use this to avoid again your word limits to exceed. Okay, alright. Now the best or the most important tip for me, I think, is yes, using strong verbs. I notice some of you like to use verbs that are not that strong, that will exceed your word limits and will not give you a strong command of your English. So here how I want to show you how to actually change your weak verbs into strong verbs. Okay, for example, most of you like to write like this. Okay, for example, I give you a verb here, help. Okay, for example, my father helped me on my homework. Okay, so you can see here, the verb that you use is help. It's a common and you always use it, and sometimes not that strong. Okay, so why not you change into assisted. Okay, assisted, sorry. Yeah, so my father assisted me on my homework. It comes with the same meaning but much stronger. Okay, why not we try another one? Let me see. Okay, assisted bring, okay, bring my mother bring me, this small, bring me to the supermarket. Okay, supermarket, sorry. Okay. So what is this strongest verb you can use for this one? Okay, for example, my mother bring me to the supermarket. So you can choose any verbs that you think is suitable. For me, I can see my mother. Okay, other than bring, we can say my mother. Okay, you can see me and my mother went to the market, or you can say that me and my mother me and my mother had fun at the market, also can. So any words that is used which is in a verb, okay, you can use to make your sentence much more stronger. Okay, so me and my mother had fun at the market. Okay, so basically, using strong verbs can lessen your words again and make your essay much more stronger, insyaAllah. Alright, so I guess you have learned from me the SP table as well as some additional tips on how to make your essay much more better. So hopefully, I pray that all of you can write a proper essay and score A's for your section C, insyaAllah. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum everyone.